minimum spanning tree. The total weight of all the edges in the tree is minimized. Yes, the condition should satisfy. If the graph is not connected, then it finds a minimum spanning forest. Okay, I'll tell about what is here, why we are saying a spanning forest instead of minimum spanning tree. Why we are telling it as a forest? Okay, a forest is a collection of trees. Okay, a minimum spanning forest is a collection of minimum spanning tree. Kruskal algorithm again what it happens works based on the greedy method. So both the Prim's and the Kruskal works based on the greedy method. The greedy method is nothing but it works based on the stages where the output of the one stage is given to the input to the other stage. Like that it works. Okay, it finds the optimal solution. Okay, optimal solution can be minimization of cost, or some cases you want to be maximization of cost. That depends on the problem. In our case, we are finding the minimum, the optimal solution that you for your approach you can find minimum cost or maximum cost. Okay, that depends upon your problem. Fine. So here, whenever you take the Prim's algorithm, you have to note down. Always I will do try to add the fringe vertices to the tree vertex. Always I will form a spanning tree. I will form a spanning tree. Where it does not have a disconnected component. Where it does not have a disconnected. I can do like this also. Okay. A, B. This is 3. I choose that this is 2. I choose this as 2. Okay. Then I will consider that this is having 3. This node is 3. See, this is an example I'm showing. Okay, this is an example I am taken for clarity. In case of A and B for this graph, A and C is this C. A and C is 2. I choose this one. This is the minimum cost. Okay. In Prim's algorithm, what is the next minimum cost? 3. This next minimum cost is 3. But I cannot choose that, right? B D. Value is 3. Weight is 3. Okay. When I'm following the algorithm, Prim's algorithm, I will find AC. Then I will go for what? I will connect the adjacent vertex only. I will connect the adjacent vertex like B, whatever in some case. I will connect the adjacent vertex so that whatever the vertexes you are connected to the existing one, it should form a tree. Okay, it should not be disconnected. Whereas in case of Kruskal algorithm, I can form a different tree in a minimum spanning tree. A forest, I'll show with an example. So I'm going to find minimum spanning tree using Kruskal algorithm. Okay, the graph contains 9 vertices and 14 edges. So the minimum spanning tree form will be having 8 edges. Okay, 8 edges. So this is the given graph. Okay. Now what I'm doing? I didn't choose any vertex. I'll find the minimum edge in the graph. So which is the minimum edge? This one, right? Minimum edge is 7 and 6. That's why I got. So this is step 1. 1 is the minimum cost. Okay. What is step 2? What is the next? What is the next minimum cost? Next higher cost? is two options. You have one is 6 and 5. One is 6 and 5. The other one is 2 and 8. You have two options. You can choose anyone. You can choose anyone. Okay. I can choose either 2, 8, pair of nodes 2, 8 or nodes 6 and 5. But what I'm choosing here, 2, 8. So this is the difference in the Kruskal algorithm. In case of Prim's algorithm, what you will do, always you will try to connect node 5 only. Why? Because when you are following the Prim's algorithm, whatever the trees, whatever the vertex you are adding into the spanning tree, it should form a kind of graph. It should not be disconnected. It's not some way, it should not be disconnected. But here you look at that, this is one component and this is another component. This is the difference in case of Kruskal algorithm. You can have different components in a tree. That's why it is, the whole thing is called as a forest. Okay. So this is one tree, this is one tree, this is another tree. So that's what we are saying is a spanning forest. You can have many number of spanning trees in a forest. For a given for a particular stage, you can have many number of components, many number of trees in a graph. Yes. What is the next one? What is the next thing you having? Minimum cost. 2. We left out 2, no, this 2, right? So we are doing this. We are connecting this. 2. Fine. Next. Next, which is the minimum cost? You have 4. And this also. I can choose any one of the edge. So I'm choosing here 0 and 1. So for at the step 4, you have how many edges? I mean, how many trees? 3 spanning trees. You have 3 spanning trees in a forest. In a forest, all are disconnected. So like that, you are keep on choosing the minimum weight. Next is what? The next thing? 4. Next to the 4 is you have 7, 6 also you have, right? It is completed. No, 6 is not completed. We can have 6, I think so. This 4 is not connected, right? This 4. So 2 and 5 can be connected. 2 and 5 can be connected. So that's what the steps. 2 and 5 is connected. Then next you are having 6. So next one is 8 and 6. Okay. Next one is 8 and 6. I should choose 8, 6. When I try to include 8, what happens? When I try to include 8 and 6, right? Those 6, but it forms a cycle like this. So I should not choose the edge 8 and 6. I have to ignore it. That's what this sentence says. Pick 8 and 6, since including this edge result in a cycle. So discard it. Right? I hope you understood. So next higher cost is 6. Okay. Then if I try to find that, when I try to add into the spanning tree, what happens? It is forming a cycle like this. So I have to ignore 8, 6. Next is what? 7, 8. Next higher is what? 7, 8. So it is 7, 8, 7, 1. So when I try to do this also, what happens? It is forming a cycle like this. So it is forming a cycle like this. So it should be discarded. That's what the steps 8 says. So I told you clearly, this is step 8, which discards the edge 7 and 8. Okay. Like that, you have to check whether it is not forming a cycle. It should not form a cycle in such a way that you have to build the graph. Okay. Then we're having 1, 2 also. So what happens when you take 1, 2, 8? It's forming a graph. It is forming a cycle. So we are ignoring that. So So like that, we have to choose the next higher cost. Okay, until I include all the vertex in my spanning tree. So this is the resultant spanning tree. Since the number of edges includes equal v minus 1, the algorithm stops here. So how will you stop? Okay, you have to keep track of the number of edges also. Always be told that in a minimum spanning tree for a given vertex there will be n minus 1 edges, right? I will always keep track of the number of edges when I am inserting any node into the spanning tree. Okay, once this step, so when I am getting this algorithm get stops, the v minus 1 edges is there, it will automatically stops. When this done, 3 and 4 is done, okay, then I have to check for how many number of edges are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So initially we have how many? Actually, nine vertices, right? 9 vertices. Now it becomes 8 edges. So there I have to stop my algorithm. So after stopping that, I say that this is the minimum spanning tree of the given graph, right? So this is another type of method where we are using we can able to solve the same problem what I shown now. For this graph also we can choose this also. So initially having these many vertex, and right now there is no node in the MST. That's why the set is empty. Okay, and we have taken a queue data structure. We have taken a queue data structure where I am storing all the edges, weighted edges in the queue. So it is AD. Yes. We have taken unweighted graph also. The same thing, unweighted graph. See AD. I'm not taking a weight. Okay, so I'm just storing the connection edges AD, EF. Like that is what are the possible edges are stored in the queue. Then I'll keep on remove the edge whichever is smaller. Whichever is smaller, I will keep on removing. So here what happens? First I remove AD. First I remove the edge AD. Okay. And one more thing you have to note down here is that how the elements are inserted into the queue. Here we are saying you can use priority queue. Priority queue. This is another type of queue we have studied in second unit or first unit, I think so. Second unit queue data structure. Yeah. Priority queue is nothing but each and element will have the priority. Okay. When you take AD, it has what? I'm storing it based upon the number cost of the weight, cost of the edge. See, AD have what? AD have minimum cost, right? 1. So that is stored first. That is given priority more. Okay. What is the second priority I should give? EF. That's what EF is stored here. Okay. What's the next priority? 3. CE. Right? So that is stored here. So here we are choosing the priority queue that you have to keep in mind. Or another type of data structure we can use min heap. Either you can use what priority queue or min heap. You know about min heap, right? Minimum, mid, max heap. Always min heap will return the minimum value from the tree, right? The same thing we can consider that as an edge. Okay, I will store like this portion also. When I try to remove an element from the min heap, what it will remove? It will directly remove the minimum value, right? It will root element will store the minimum weight in the tree. So directly I can use this data structure also. We can use based upon the application. You can use it. So like this way, the element edges are stored in the queue. That's called priority queue. Then I will try to keep on removing one by one. Once I remove AD, what happens? It is stored in the MST. One connection is made. Okay. Then what? When compare this, you compare with this one. Compare with this. Okay, compare this. How? Previously it was at the given stage it was the vertex are separate set. Now it is what? Each set when it is formed it becomes what? Union. It looks like a union. It is combined. A comma D. The remaining vertex are separated fraction. So next I have to remove what? EF. Next I will remove EF. Then I will add that EF into the MST. Okay. So E and F, right? So E and F is combined. E and F is combined. So like that I will remove one by one edges from the Q. Okay, whichever is possible I will store it in the MST. Okay, once you go through it will be easy. Okay. Like that it goes on. At one stage the Q will be empty. At one stage the Q will be empty. So final is what? AB and BC. One more thing you have to note down while removing a edge from the tree, we have to note down that whether it is forming a cycle or not. So this one, when I am trying to remove the edge AC, it is forming a cycle. That's what this point is mentioning. Note that this edge does not connect different trees. Okay, simply discard the edge. Okay, it is forming a tree. That's why we are discarding this edge. So this is the final outcome of the Kruskal algorithm. So this is the Kruskal algorithm, how it works. So create a forest. Okay. So you do the steps as followed in the previous slide. Okay. So here we can use priority queue. What I said, you can use priority queue, store the minimum weights in the queue. Okay. You work based on what? Keep on remove the elements from the queue. Then you build a minimum spanning tree. So the running time is order of E log B. The running